Okay, so we're going to go ahead and review the story from beginning to where we're at today. All right? So, I'm going to lead you up to where we're at, and I'm going to explain the story for you. Jose Gaspar, which was a Spanish naval officer out of Spain, supposedly had stolen a ship called the Florida Blanca. He stole the ship, came over to Florida. In Florida, he lived along the Charlotte Harbor. Now, the Charlotte Harbor would be right about here, which it's not here, which this is actually the Peace River going through. And what had happened was he was ready to retire, and him and his mate had divided up the treasure on an island. And as they were dividing up the treasure, they had seen a boat go by. Well, he figured one last heist. They're going to heist the boat, and it's actually the U.S. Navy. They bombard him. Juan Gomez comes into the picture at this point. Juan Gomez was Jose Gaspar's right-hand man. He takes the map. What are you laughing at, ma'am? Okay. So Juan Gomez takes the 7 maps, jumps off the ship, up to land, grabs the treasure with another mate, and goes up the Peace River. Now, as he's going up the Peace River, he runs along the Boggess family, which we think the Boggess family, they do own property all along this side of the river. So we assumed that they're right around here. Now, he had paid him $300,000 of hush money, so you don't have to say anything. So supposedly, time has gone by, and Juan Gomez now lives back down this part, which is Coral Creek down here. Now, during the time he had the map, Juan Gomez had hired 2 cattlemen to help him find the treasure. Well, the 2 cattlemen showed up the next morning, and he was dead. So they find a plate that has the treasure map on it, and they take off with it. Okay? Mm-hmm. Years later, we started researching this treasure tale. Was there anything you guys wanted to add in there before I go on?
Not yet.
Nope.
Are we still all on the same pace? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So years later,
I don't know. Bored.
Juan Gomez is dead. The 2 cattlemen have the treasure map. Uncle Vern, which married into the Boggesses, had found the 2 cattlemen, which I will insert an interview of him explaining how he got a hold of the treasure map. So, now that he's got the treasure map, let's review now how we got you to this part of the story where the treasure is. Now we're going to review exactly what we've done. Okay? If you look down here, which is Coral Creek, this is where the tree is with something we don't know. It's identified underneath the tree, 7 to 8 feet deep, which was originally checked.
The German lady?
Yes, that was originally checked by the infamous treasure hunter himself, Mel Fisher. This is where we have found silver bars, or we think they're silver bars. Me and Aaron already had checked this spot because of the tide and the water being mucky. We couldn't find anything there yet, but we're going to have to go back here again. So Coral Creek will be scheduled soon as we get authorization to check the property, and silver bars. Do you have anything you want to say about Coral Creek?
Nope.
No, nothing yet.
Anything about the silver bars?
Silver bars, we got some extensive time into, but we're gonna have to go back when it's not such a high tide and not so murky. So, in other words, not rainy season.
And once the red tide is gone too as well. So these 2 are going to have to wait. Now, if we go to the right, this is where the boat ramp is right here. We have Big Cypress. This is the Big Cypress tree where I've checked the tree, but we need to really go back and check underneath this tree. There seems to be something large underneath this tree that's keeping it above ground that I still want to check. So this tree still needs to be checked. We already checked. Yeah, we already checked all of this area. So far we've checked all along the lagoon. We just haven't checked the tree yet. So this is a part that we need to check. We have also checked along here. And then, so we have still this Big Cypress to do. now we have the old oak tree. Uncle Vern had told us that there used to be the hugest, largest oak tree is right here. Now, when I calculated and how we found the marked tree was, I calculated the treasure map from the point where the tree begins, because on the treasure map there is a railroad track and there is a tree. The railroad track is right here. This is the old one. This used to be actual roadway. So between the railroad track and the big tree is supposedly, that shows where the treasure map is, and supposedly the treasure is supposed to be in between those two things. So I calculated the first part of the treasure map by distance. That's where the West Lagoon comes in, and that's where we found the marked tree. There's also a lagoon by the marked tree, which we still need to check this whole
You
area.
walked back there.
Yeah, we need to go back and check it.
It was all dry then, remember?
Was it all dry?
It ain't gonna be dry now.
Well, we're gonna have to check it. We're gonna have to make some adjustments. So we still need to check all it is. Coming to Vern, the 3 fingers, which is this part right here. There's still a lagoon, the small lagoon, the 3 fingers. We've checked partial this area, we've partial checked this area, and we've checked for the most part all of that area. We still need to check this side of the lagoon. We still need to check
Right here.
all of this down the base of the 3 fingers. We need to check. That leads us off to Uncle Vern's spot. Uncle Vern's spot is right here. We started checking it, we didn't get nowhere. We still haven't checked this spot here, so we still need to check this spot here. And the 3rd spot, which is my spot, which is up here by this lagoon. So we still have 1, 2, all that area to cover. And those are the areas. And then we work our way down the Peace River.